What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've been on here. And to be honest with you, I just haven't had a ton of stuff to say because I've gotten to the point where I talk a little. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much and then I don't do enough. You know? Nothing I hate more than... Hate's a strong word. Nothing I dislike more than me talking and not acting on what I say, right? So I've been trying to do a lot more acting and stuff, so that's good. And one thing that I've been working on a lot has been my studies and stuff, trying to get all that stuff together and understand where exactly I want to go with it, and if it's something I do want to do, or if it's something I want to go on after I get it, you know, and it's not just like an accomplishment thing. So it's kind of just been figuring that out. I'm on page like 230, 235, something like that. You know, I'm doing really well in my networking. Obviously, I could always be doing better, you know. Always be doing better. I could always be progressing faster. But I'm at a good pace right now for me. And sorry about the outside. It's pretty nice out, and I have the windows down. So I'm in a good pace for myself right now, and I think that's a big thing. You know, if you get to the point where, and I was almost there, I was getting really close there with my networking, where you feel like you're burnt out, you're just going to stop absorbing that information. And I've had to take, you know, a good 2-3 day break of kind of stop with my networking, because I was getting a little burnt out, to be honest with you, doing 5 pages a day, up about 5 pages a day, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, on average, and I just started getting burnt out a little bit with it. You know, it's really cool, the stuff that I'm learning, but I need something else to learn, right? Something else to progress in. So I've been watching a lot of GDC talks, which is like game development conferences, where they talk about different... Man, this lady's going very slow. I don't know which way does she know where she's going? No, she doesn't. I think that she gets a side seat driver. But I've been listening to some GDC talks and stuff like that. A little bit of that today, and I can just... The best part about it is I can just put it in my pocket and listen to it while I'm doing work. And I do this all the time, but man, I had a rough day with that stuff today. Not with that, because I turned it off right once I got started, but I just had a rough time focusing today. But past that, GDC stuff, super interesting. Learn stuff from different game developers on depending on what they've made and how they've learned. Because I think the big thing with GDC is, like anything, like any conferences and stuff, it's learning so you don't make the mistakes in the future, right? Or learning so you don't have to spend all this time or all this money and resources on or certain areas to progress. It's all about progressing in a smooth fashion, and what worked for some people and what didn't work for some people. And I think that it's really cool. And some people don't value that knowledge that they can get. Man, that dude had some bushy brows. Like, I'm talking bushy, like thick, like these rims, thicker than these rims. There are bushy brows. But I think that's what a lot of people take for granted, is all this information that they have out there, so they don't make the mistakes, or make it so it's less of a chance to make mistakes. You know, you have all this free information. We have the freaking internet, you know, and people don't take the time to just do their research and be patient and learn. Right, like my dad, he's gotten into saltwater fish, reefs, and things like that. He spent almost a year of just watching YouTube videos and learning before he's just now putting in the time, and he's gotten his first fish tank, and I think it's going to be, by the way, it's a Graybeard Reefs, Graybeard Reefs, I think is what it is. I'll double check. But anyway, he's doing that stuff, and I think it's super interesting. It's just basically what I'm getting at here is that do your research, and it's awesome that if you want to jump into something, but learning a little bit more about it before you invest a bunch of time and money into it. And not only that, when the time and money, you can always revert anything back to business, right? And you know, and I think that's just the mindset I have sometimes. Which is good and bad, you know. Don't be okay. Now let's think about this here. Don't be afraid to invest your time in something if it's something you really want to do. what I'm getting at is, if you're investing your time into something, invest in learning, okay? Learn how to do it. Learn from people's mistakes. Learn from people's successes. And then from there, then you put the time in to invest yourself into a project, whatever it may be, right? And I think that's really big. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting the time into learning networking, and that it can be applied to not just game development, but that can also be applied to an area that I want to focus in. And also, which a focus in for a future career maybe, who knows, right? Or invest your time, or invest my time into the game development stuff, which my networking goes hand in hand into that, and that's pretty big. So, hey, I'm at Staples right now. So find something that you like to do and just do it, but invest your time. Invest your time wisely.